Hello and welcome back to the Guy Dawson Show at the World Center of Broadcast Media, and I am so pleased to be surrounded by a couple of angels today. 2 weeks in a row, I've just been hanging out with these talented and beautiful women. People say, why would you want to be a talk show host? This is why.
This is one of the why.
Thank you. That's sweet of you.
Yeah. We have so much fun in doing these shows.
Absolutely.
And what a life we get to live, don't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Being a part of the World Center of Broadcast Media and this thriving network and the development. And
oh, I'm so excited about all the things, too, that's happening with WCOBM. It's wonderful. Really good.
WCOBM.
Yeah. And the week that the three of you were in here is when I was down on Hollywood and Vine that day.
Oh, yeah.
And the three of you were broadcasting that show. I was on vacation where the new World Center of Broadcast Media studio is going to be
New
opening on the
over
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
And I was walking down that street, and when you're on that corner right there, you can see it very clearly. It's World Center of Broadcast Media.
Yeah,
It's on
and all the excitement is right there, too.
one of the most famous corners in
Absolutely.
the entire world. And I was amazed at how they've cleaned up Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, when I went down there, I was kind of surprised, too, because it was so clean. And knowing that's part of the city, you would think differently. But when you see it, you're amazed.
Oh,
of
when
how
I was growing
clean.
up, Hollywood was not a clean. I mean, that's kind of because they have the Hollywood Walk of Fame, so they always kind of cleaned up that area. But Hollywood is not necessarily the.
Okay.
But the change. I mean, really, I hadn't been on Hollywood and Vine in many, many years, and I was so surprised to see how tourist-friendly it was.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, that's good.
so
I wonder how much will cost a big star on the floor with all the other stars.
Ameriquan.
We'll put all together our names.
All together.
We'll be founder
Yeah,
of
I like that.
WCOBM.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
we ought to create our own Walk of
That's
Fame.
that's what I'm saying.
Shouldn't we
you know?
here in Las Vegas?
Oh
The
my
stars
gosh.
of WCA.
I didn't know that you were
Vegas.
going to say that. Now that's a good point.
Wouldn't that be?
Back
That's
to our
that's a good
hometown.
idea.
We have to create our own place for all of our stars to have their own star.
Absolutely, I like that.
Isn't that
Yeah,
exciting?
that would be exciting.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we tell Gene Woods. Let's
We'll be the start of
showcase our stardom.
that. Absolutely, yeah. And I just want to let you guys know to find me on Facebook, Renee Adams. I'll be happy to friend you as long as you're not acting crazy. That's don't be crazy.
Yeah, for beautiful woman.
Don't be
Don't
crazy.
be too crazy.
When I had Zinja Dunn, she's the host from 105.7, the old school station, on a few weeks ago, I asked her a question that I want to ask you.
Okay.
Who is the most interesting person you have ever interviewed?
Oh my gosh, interesting. Let's see. It's a lot of people that I have interviewed that really couldn't express themselves because they were so nervous. So it's really hard
Famous people?
Well, famous people. When we come to fame, let's see. Interesting.
Well, interesting. I mean, however you want to.
Interesting.
Because a
famous
person is famous doesn't necessarily mean that they are interesting. And some people are not famous and they're very interesting.
I would say I haven't gotten to that point yet. I've met some really cool people that understood what it takes to talk in front of a mic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what it takes to talk, and I think a host's job is to control the situation, right? And it seems as though they don't really need that because they've been around it enough that I don't have to really control. Right, I don't have to really jump in a lot to make them feel more comfortable because they're already comfortable. Mm-hmm. So I haven't gotten to that point yet where someone isn't used to media or an interview, and I think I make people feel comfortable too. I think that's something about me that when I talk to people, I make them feel comfortable. We can talk about anything and everything. I am the least judgmental person ever. So if you want to talk about the crazy stuff, we can talk about the crazy stuff. As long as you're not being disrespectful to me and my audience, we're good. So that's the most important part. But I think because they have been around it, they're comfortable. And some of those people you'll find help you out because they're talking. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to, keep jumping in, and it may seem kind of unnatural when you have to keep jumping in, like, well, what about this? What about that?
Sometimes
To carry
that
on
happens
the
on the radio
conversation.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that Not so
Yeah.
much on TV, I've noticed. It seems like when people know that the camera is on them,
Yeah, it's
they tend to
different.
keep talking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
But
true.
on the radio, I've interviewed many people. And
Right.
the one thing I learned is sometimes when they aren't concerned about anyone looking at them or the camera being on them, they'll just stop. And then it becomes your job to bring them along.
to help
It's
interact.
interesting that dynamic that I've noticed. The difference
I like
between
that you brought that up.
interviewing someone on the radio as compared
And
to
television. I think because the camera is like a person.
It pushes them
It
along.
pushes
Pushes them along.
Because you don't want to, you know
Exactly.
someone's looking at you, and you don't want to just be sitting there looking at the host
Exactly.
like you don't know.
Exactly, right. Because there's like a crowd, people
You know
where
that
you
there are
have
people
to.
watching
You do. And with radio, it's different because you have a mic, and it's almost like you're talking to yourself.
You can hear yourself in your headphones and
Right.
everything.
It's like everything. Yeah, it's more elaborate. To yourself rather than the camera. So when you have the camera, it's like you're talking to someone. And when you ramble on, it's because you feel, although you can't see people, you know that they're there. You know that they're there, so you just keep talking and talking and talking. And that's like the most uncomfortable situation that you could be in, to where you just have to keep talking and just rambling on. And people are like, what the heck is she talking about? Or what is he talking about? No one knows, because you just keep talking and don't know what's going on or the topic at hand. And you have to stop yourself like,
That's not a good place to be when you're a broadcaster.
Yeah,
When
it's
you're-
not.
When you're just talking and talking and
yeah,
talking.
just talking.
not
Like,
good.
okay, guy, let me take over. Let's get back to the topic at hand here. That is kind of what happens. It's like, okay, you don't need to keep talking because people can read right through that. But I think again, I want people to realize that you can also go to the live chat at WCOBM too.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
live
Yes,
chat,
we
So
are.
yeah.
don't forget
Send
about
us
that. I
some
know the show is almost over now, and I brought that up, but I want you to realize that you can chat in and we can.
Yeah, we
we'll
love to
respond
chat.
that.
Quan has so many admirers out there
Oh my gosh.
that are always
yes.
calling in.
I'm so
There you go.
flattered. I
There you
got
go.
Oh my gosh. Big head right now.
The big head. Yeah, and find us all on Facebook, like WCOBM's page, like Guy Dawson page, Quan. What's your last name, Quan?
Yuen, Y-U-E-N.
There you go.
K-W-A-N-Y-U-E-N.
There you go.
Facebook.
There you go. And go to Renee Adams. And I
you
see
for
we
asking.
have a guest. Say, I like that. Thank you so much for
See
joining
there?
in. I like it. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you ever have a question or something that you would like to chime in on, we will be happy to answer that for you. So don't hesitate on that. We absolutely love that you're coming in and joining the conversation here. Hopefully you enjoyed the show.
I'm so excited that you're going to be going out and doing all these wonderful things over the next month. You'll have a
Yeah.
lot of footage to bring to the show.
Yeah, I'm
we will probably
excited.
have you on several times in October so
yeah.
that you can share
Absolutely.
all of these things that you're going to
Absolutely.
be involved in. It's always a pleasure to have you a part of this show.
Thank
Renee.
you. I appreciate that. Thank you so
Renee.
much.
And
So
Thank
Quan,
good to
you.
see you.
you're off and running, and do you have a date yet when you're going to do your first show?
The first show will be aired on 28th of September
Oh,
this
that's
month.
soon. Nice.
Then,
So
after
you do have
September,
a launch date.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
28th, I pick a very lucky day. 8th is always good for Chinese culture.
Oh, okay, good.
Because supposed to be first Monday every month, but it's a legal, not a legal holiday, labor
Oh,
holiday.
Labor. Oh, it's
Will be
Labor Day?
holiday, so that's why I postponed it to 28th of September. Other than that,
Oh.
every month from October will be first Monday from noon to 1. So
Okay.
12 to 1
Yeah.
American. If you want a
American.
challenging in Mandarin, asking guy question in Mandarin, you're welcome. Send me some message or
Yeah.
ask me question. Any words you want to say to your beautiful or the another half or to show off, I will help you here.
Aw, thank you, Quan.
I had so much fun with two of my angels today, and you all take care of yourselves, and we will see you next Thursday for more of The Guy Dawson Show.
Thank you, everyone.